Greetings, fellow militia. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to ASKA, episode 33, The Night of the Invasion. It's a very pretty game. Yeah, it is. It looks nice. And it runs well. I think that's the... There's certainly a lot of games... I'll put it this way. The open world survival craft genre exploded a while back. And there's a lot of games of the genre that I would describe as like Unity asset flips. And by that I mean it's like a scrupulous developer that buys assets on the Unity's market and just like creates a very pretty but very terrible looking game, or terrible mechanic game to just make a quick buck, essentially. I'm sure you guys are like aware of the games of that type of genre. So I'm very wary of open world survival craft genres as a whole that like haven't... Oh god, I can't even put them here either. Fine. I'm very wary of games of the like this, of this genre that that can look nice but play terribly. I mean, luckily for Steam has a really nice refund policy where, like, if the game sucks, you know, you can, I'll put them in the cart, because the cart is blacklisted for everyone. There's a solution. Yeah, thanks to Steam's refund policy, a lot of those, like, asset flip games, which are just trying to make a quick buck and they suck, are very easy to play less than 2 hours of and just be like, nope. And the reason I mention it is this game is not that. This game is not an asset flip. It's got, you know, some meat on its bones, and it is quite a lot of fun, which is refreshing because there's a lot of games of this genre that are hollow. That you play a few hours. I almost feel like they're designed so that they up front seem like they're fun for the first few hours, and then there's just not a lot of content left in them after the first few hours, but you've already played enough that you can't refund it, so you're stuck. And I'm sure you know those types of games, because they're a dime a dozen on Steam. Alright, we have 2 days until invasion, and I think it is worth me getting my hands dirty and getting the remaining plank walls done. So I'm going to pin groups of 5 and get them built, get the materials delivered. Just so that it's done on time. Have I checked out Schedule 1? I've seen other streamers play it. It's not really the types of games I find myself playing for as a content creator, though. With that said, the games that I play are ultimately voted on by you guys for a lot of the games. So if you want me to play games like that, a suggestion box is going to open up in just a few days. So 2, 4, 6. And then 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 planks. I don't know if we have long sticks in the storage here, so I'll have to go out into the forest and cut some down. Oh, we're full. So if you're wondering what games I would consider for the viewer's choice polls, really any game that you think fits the channel, I'd consider. With some caveats in that, like, if the game is sufficiently complicated that it is not reasonable for me to learn the game within like a week, I can't really consider for the viewer choice polls, because if if someone makes a suggestion, like, to play, like, a super complex game, and I only have 1 week's notice to, like, learn the game sufficiently, that's not enough time to learn certain games. So, certain, like, tends to be, like, 4X games, grand strategy games, really can't be learned in that time frame, which means that I wouldn't consider, like, grand strategy games to be played on the channel, because I don't like to play games ignorantly. I like to learn the games before I stream them. So with that in mind, some games just aren't suited as a result. And I just upgraded the wrong section, but whatever. I'll go grab more materials. So some grand strategy games, like, I'm familiar with already. So they'd be okay. Like, I've played, you know, like CK3, for instance, already. So it's not like if you want to propose CK3 for me to play on stream, it's going to be a problem, because I've already played it. I wouldn't need to learn it from scratch. I would just need to hone my skills and refresh myself. But games that I've never played before that are grand strategy would be a big problem, because it's like, it's just too much to learn in too small of a time frame. So they're better suited for me to play as, like, a marathon, where I have a few more weeks of preparation in order to prep to play them, rather than like only a 1 week notice, which is not enough time. But then there's also the matter of, like, I tend to gravitate towards a certain type of game, and if the game's way outside of my wheelhouse, I wouldn't necessarily play it anyway, because it's just not the types of games that are on my channel. You know, I typically play open world survival craft games, village builders, you know, strategy, management type games. There's some in, you know, there's some games that don't exactly fall in that genre that I might end up playing, but not many. And the ones that don't exactly fall in that genre, they tend not to make for very good content, because people don't come to my channel looking for me to play games that I don't normally play anyway. Oop, that's not the right material. So it's tricky to it's a tricky question to answer, because it's like there's a lot of variables. But at the end of the day, it's one of those, like, is this the type of game that Rad would play? If not, you know, then it's best for some other content creator to cover it, and not me. Alright, we're pretty close to having all the walls done. I just need 4 long sticks, 5 planks, 4 beams. Hopefully the other village will actually aid me in collecting that material, because I feel like they were really productive yesterday, the builders, and then they, like, have done squat all more recently. There's also a matter, because I don't want to answer, like, for a specific game. It's very much case-by-case basis, but there's some games, like, I would say mystery games or story-based games that are also a really bad fit, because if it's a mystery-based game or story-based game, they're not... If I want to prepare ahead of time, it makes for uncompelling content if I already know the answers to all the mysteries or the resolution of the story, and then also if it's a story-based game, it's not compelling if you've already played it, and you might not want the story spoiled if you haven't already played it. So the target audience for me to play a story-based game is pretty low, which is why I tend to veto those ideas and not gravitate towards them, because they don't interest my viewers, generally speaking. So for some story games like Skyrim, for instance, it's like everyone has played Skyrim at this point, and if you haven't played Skyrim, it's, I'm sure, been spoiled, right? Because it's such a meme now that, like, I'd be okay playing a game like Skyrim, but only because I would create, like, a weird character. I would do something different with it, different enough that it wouldn't lose its it wouldn't feel not novel or something. But But yeah, if you want to suggest a game, you can always hit me up on Discord, and I can mull it over. Or whatever. So we're almost done with this wall here. You can see why I designed the palisades around the village initially as hedge tier, because I've probably spent almost the same amount of time. Oh wow, they're already delivering the materials. I probably already spent roughly the same amount of time upgrading this wall section. This, like, maybe a quarter of our base's walls to tier 2 than I did the entire initial hedge wall. That's why I did not want the plank walls from the start, because they are really expensive. But they are... Oh, God. Fell. They're also done. I could keep going, but I'm not... Oops. That's not what I meant to do. I'm not going to bother continuing to expand them. The farm said it had off-season crops, but everything is flax, so I don't really know what the game was complaining about. Let's do a quick checkup on our warriors. Melee combat, 42. Oh god, you are so much stronger than I am. It is ridiculous. Azarun, 47. We're missing one. Let's go find Brazit and ask him. 46. Okay. Well, they're all super swole, let's just say. I'm not too worried about this upcoming fight. They dwarf me in terms of melee ability. It is formerly winter now, though. Winter just picked up all of a sudden. Is there a way to restore initial landscape? Not that it... No, not really. I mean, you can poke at it with the terraforming hoe, but you're not going to make a whole lot of... You know, there's no, like, reset button or anything like that. So if you screw up, make sure to have backed up saves, I guess, is the best thing I could say. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the Wolf Den to see if any of the wolves have respawned, because I know that we still have need of a little bit more pelts and a little bit more, leather. And that would be likely the most productive use of my time right now. 2 days before the invasion. I could make that two-handed wood axe. I just don't need wood right now. I don't have a high demand for timber. All the projects that I had going on are done. Maybe they hadn't respawned yet. Come out, wherever you are. Oh, there's a few. Maybe just the one. Lame. I'm so decked out that the temp meter's barely even moving? Yes. Yeah, this blizzard doesn't really do much to me, thanks to that bear hide. My cold resistance is, well, I could actually have a more protective helmet, but I have 250 from the pelt cape. I've got 400 from the thick gambeson, 36 from the gloves, 243 from the pants, 63 from the boots. So my cold resistance is ridiculously high. Meaning, I don't really care that it's snowing. Well, I guess that's all the hides I'm gonna get. Oh well. Whoa. Okay. Who turned off the lights? In that case, maybe what I'll do as a preparation for the invasion is kill the cemetery boss. Killing the last sub-boss before the invasions feels right to me. Oh, wait. No, never mind. For a second I thought I had a fresh hammer. Misinterpreted. So we're gonna head to the large cemetery up here and kill us one of them bosses. I was kind of hoping to do it while John the Sage tends to the fire, so that I could benefit from the water rune bonus. And there you can see, like, that miner is getting cold. You know, the ambient temperature effects. I probably don't need to drop off the hide and the pelt. I'm not likely to fill up my inventory. The cemetery is full of skeletons, so they don't carry large, very many large items. Is this all just meat? I guess I killed a wolf there. Or two. Yeah, right. I killed like 3 wolves there. Alright, bony boys. Let's rumble. Stand up. Sit down. Now, before I destroy the meat piles or whatever they are, let's clear out all the ones that could possibly attack me before then. I don't shoot me with those bows and arrows. No, sir. I think that... Oh, you're still alive. Not anymore. Is that it for its guards? I think so. I probably shouldn't use my hammer right now because I'm going to need the hammer for the boss, I think. I might actually end up breaking my hammer, which is going to be annoying, but whatever. I could have brought the guards for training, but their skills are way higher than mine, so like if anyone needs training, it's me. My melee is like, what is it, a 14, and their melee is like 40. They put me to shame. Great Necromancer Skeletroll. So he has got, like, spells and AoE abilities. And teleports around. He's real obnoxious. Luckily, my armor protects me from most of his garbage. If you are unarmored, his, like, AoE knockback will smoke the hell out of you. You'll, like, die super fast. So he's a real hard boss to kill without proper gear. I'm not good at timing his knockbacks with a two-hander, though. I'm used to attacking him with one-handers, which allows you to disengage a little faster. God, you're summoning them faster than I can kill them. There we go, I dodged that one at least. But not that one. And the danger here is to just get outnumbered by his minions, and then, like, incapacitated and knocked out by his knockback to the point where you can't do much but to get just bombarded by arrows and other skeletons and the like. Luckily, I'm a tanky beast, so, there's no problem at all. And now my hammer breaks, right? Nope. Yep. Alright, well, I guess I'll be back. I could make a wooden one. Maybe I'll just make a wooden one. That way I don't have to run all the way back. I knew that was gonna happen. What am I doing? So there's also, it's worth mentioning, like, all of these skeletons can have loot. So it's not just the boss. I'm probably only going to skin the boss because I'm lazy. But, you know, whatever. Alright, wooden hammer. Down he goes. Picking up his metal scraps, Jotun blood. And then, most importantly, the ritual artifact. Okay. I don't really want the hammer, so I'm just going to drop it. Bye-bye, Skeletroll. It was pleasure murdering you. Yeah, rub two sticks together and you get a wooden mallet. Yup. Video game logic at its peak. And we have the invasion starting one day, so in the remaining time that I have, I want to get the air ritual thing built, and then probably also, like, heal up, because I'm not healed now. Because Mr. Skeletroll blasted me a few times. Actually, his minions did more damage to me than he did. My armor was high enough that he, like, barely hurt me. The big question is, do we even have a spot for the last runestone? Oh yeah, I'll put it there. I'm not even gonna flatten it up. Let's just leave it like that. I don't need to ignite that. Let's fix my hammer before I forget. You're curious how big invasions are? So, without spoiling too much, invasions, you need to prep for invasions, but, like, they're not, like, if you're prepped, you'll be fine. you know, if you have some militia and you have palisades, you'll be fine. If you don't have militia and palisades, you might be in for a world of hurt. But you'll see firsthand in a moment. Oh, this one's gonna be a little weird. It's gonna be like a runestone on a ledge. I'm okay with that. Unfortunately for me, the materials needed to build it are stones, which I just so happen to have a stone stockpile next to it. Although, we're going to be out of stones. I'll probably have to take the cart down to the mining shaft and grab stones that way. And by probably, I mean guaranteed, because I'm out. Now, the mining hut here, is it employing anyone? Yes. So the only one that it's employing is the only one that has, so CyberEye has workplace, anxiety, because that mining hut isn't within the walls, but even then, nobody in this entire village has a morale below 100. Everyone is max morale, because of how nice it is to live here. So, you're welcome. God, imagine how heavy this cart must be. Like, each stone here is, like, more than a human could reasonably carry. And I'm, like, hauling around 10 of them. But, you know, I'm like a Viking god or something, so it's fine. Way easier than driving in Valheim? Yes, the carts here are very easy to handle, even when they go, like, upside down. Alright, let's go ahead and figure out what the air offering is. And then I'll try to get all my ducks in a row for the big invasion. 1 second, though. There we go. Ritual of Error started. So, a Mass Blessing gives moderate increase to dexterity and a slight increase to range combat affinity. So, it gives you gathering and range combat multipliers. So, if you're trying to level up your arrow skills, your bow and arrow skills, getting the air runestone ahead of time is going to do wonders for you. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is manage the worker and put John on here instead. Because I would very much like to use a bow for myself and start to level up my bow. So I'm assigning our sage to the air shrine so that I can level up my bow skills right before this big battle. So my current priority right now is level up bow ability before the invasion. Why not start a fire before I sleep? Because I was intended to light this fire, actually, and heal my remaining missing HP. You do heal a lot faster in the Chieftain's Hut. but nothing heals you quite as fast as a healing place when someone's actually managing your healing. You know, whacking you in the face with a sage stick. Not a euphemism. That's literally what they do. In fact, let's see if I can get one to do that to me. I don't know if anyone's awake right now at this hour. But, who can I spare? Maybe one of the woodcutters? Oh, the stonecutter. Maxu, I'm gonna assign you here. Because the stonecutter's not been cutting stone. I'm already fully healed, though. So, I guess that's not necessary. But I want to see if Maxu's gonna come on and heal me anyway. Come on, Maxu. Come heal me. Is he sleeping? He's probably sleeping. Yeah, he's sleeping. Alright, I'll just get up. So I wanted to level up my bow skills. Oh my god. What a mess. So I'm gonna make myself a bow. And some simple arrows and hone some of them skills. Oh, I got pinecone seeds too. So right... Oh, I didn't realize my iron-tipped arrows are in my quiver. I want to put them away. No, stop. Okay, I'll make myself a different arrows. Because I don't want to use the good ones while I learn. That'd be a bit of a waste, because I'm sure I'm going to miss a whole lot at lower levels. There we go. So I'll use bone tier. Stick the rest in my cart. Did they get in the cart? I don't know where they went. But whatever. I don't care. Oh, they stacked? Okay. So, finding game. To the southeast of town, there's like always... Well, I guess I want John to start doing the air ritual first. So maybe I'll wait for John to start the ritual so that I actually get boosted experience. And then I'll get hunting. So in the meantime, perhaps it would benefit me most to make a whole bunch of extra bone arrows. So I can shoot as many as I want and not really have to worry about running out. And the reason to be leveling this up, minor spoiler, the final boss of the game, it really helps to have a bow. He's hard to beat without one. In time allotting, I can attempt for it. Although I don't know where his shrine is. I haven't found it yet. No fuel? Is he trying to rummage up fuel? Because there's like resin up the wazoo around here. Man, my firekeeping sucks. It's mostly due to the winter weather conditions. I mean, it is a blizzard after all. Alright, come on, John. Get saging, or whatever it is you do. No, don't sit to participate. What are you doing? Alright, I'm gonna extinguish it. And join the ritual. No, get back here! What are you doing? Alright, it's 11. Let's take a look at his schedule. You are scheduled to start work. Oh, I see, I see. He wasn't scheduled to work. Okay. That makes sense. He's on Night Owl schedule, so he should be doing recreation right now anyway. Given that it is pretty soon going to be wartime, let's go ahead and assign Razola to the watchtower. And then as a result, here is the sphere of influence for the watchtower. So everything, which includes these two longhouses and the cottage, fall within the sphere of influence of the guard tower, meaning that they're like a very highly protected building now. So 22% of my structures are defenseless. I don't know which ones that would be, to be honest. But the longhouses that I have are like quite protected. Which is, you know, the benefit of having a guard on duty once they're up there. I don't use an archer house for archers in militia as well. No, I do. I'll be adding Razola to the militia. So thanks for reminding me. So we have 4 militia. One thing I ought to make for myself, though, is another horn. Because the horn that I had on me, I installed in the tower, because the tower requires a horn, so it would be good for me to have, like, an extra horn. So that I can rally the militia to my location when I need to. Okay, come on, John. There we go. So once he has the air runestone lit, I'll make use of the boosted experience and start leveling up ranged. I love the way this cottage looks under heavy snow. Icicles and all. And one of the reasons to turn firewood into charcoal is charcoal is a really efficient fuel source for the winter. And it will help keep the worst of the stamina and work leeching away. There we go. The air ritual has started, so let's get hunting. And hope that there's like smokers around for me to shoot at. Which, given the winter, maybe there won't be. Shoot. Hadn't thought of that. Maybe there are some, like, lingering enemies around the portal. Yeah. Nope. No, I guess not. Unless you're... Oh, no. Yep. So, because I'm getting close, they're, like, falling over. Because I had killed them. Well, this is awkward. I was kind of amped to be hunting, and there's no game. I could go out to the small cemetery. There'd be archers out that way, or there'd be skeletons out that way, I guess. The wolf area, like, I recently killed them all off, so I'd imagine there's probably not a whole lot of them left at the moment. Because they take a while to respawn. So I'll go to the small cemetery. And if you guys spot, any smokers or whatever. Oh, damn it, it's blizzarding again. So the small cemetery is just a mob spawner. There's no boss linked to it. Well, not one that gives you a runestone or anything like that. Am I getting close? Wow, not even. No, God, for the love of... Alright. Excuse me. Running back for the invasion. Glad I have stamina boost. Well, that would have been useful, like, a few minutes ago. To have a pack of smokers show up to shoot at. So my hedge wall is already under attack. I hope my militia's handling it. I know I'm way out of position for this, but I am running my butt. I can see the health bars in the distance. Skeletal archers are attacking. And the follower is attacking. So the follower is like the mini-boss involved in this raid. He's the one to beat. Whoa, they got through the walls fast. Blowing the, no, don't lock me up. Blowing the horns. Oh, God. So here is the, oh, man. Everyone is hurt as hell. I wish I was home for this. Okay. They attacked at an angle that I was not expecting. Oh, there you are. As you can see, they came through here. And they blitzed through the walls very fast and ran rampant. Alright, there's... So the archers up there shooting down on them. Ow. Stop it. I'm like so full of arrows I can't even fire. Gotcha. And the boss of this raid is called the Follower. I'm not gonna try to level up my ranged right now. Which I think he's already dead, but it's hard to tell. And unlike, wow, my stamina's gone. Unlike the Blood Moons, these guys just keep spawning. Can I get some militia backup? Pretty please. We're under attack. Oh, okay. They must have broken somehow else, because there's enemies inside right now. Now the problem is I really need my stamina bonus that I get from my chieftain hut because I'm like out of stamina to fight. But I'm afraid that if I disengage, I'm leaving us undefended. Because I don't know how hurt my militia is. But after these next two enemies, maybe I'll try to make a break for it and run to my chieftain hut to get the stamina bonus. Because I'm like running on fumes right now. And that horn was my archer in the tower blowing the horn to alert everyone. You saw the arrow land. Alright, let's try... Oh, I look like a human piñata. Or a porcupine. Let's try to do a quick heal. So this is one of those, like, you have to hold out for a certain amount of time. It's like a wave survival. And because they broke the perimeter of our walls, they've, oh, shoot. They, you know, we don't have the defensive bonus of having complete walls now. So they're using that hole in the wall to flood in. There goes another wall. I'm gonna put John on the water runestone rather than the air one. Now I still have 18 villagers, which means no one has died yet, which is great. Despite the fact that I was like absent for some of that. And it would be really nice if we got the hedge wall rebuilt. Which it looks like it needs rope, so maybe I'll try to deliver some of the rope myself. Oh, that's a healing. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so putting Maxu on healing, as you can see, has been immensely helpful because he's been healing all the villagers that like got shredded from the initial wave. Which is awesome. Stop it. Stop it. Nice. And there we go! Winter Evasion has been repelled. I know it didn't look like much, but we probably ended up killing a dozen or two mobs. Thank you for tuning in to ASKA, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind I'm trying to avoid spoilers. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch ya next episode or an upcoming stream of mine. Farewell, my fellow Vikings.